I live in Mesa.
Okay.
Remember, read everything out loud.
Okay, passenger briefing.
So what's the passenger briefing?
And basically that's where we tell where the fire extinguisher is.
So remember, passenger briefing is, I do it like this. Windows, make sure you know people know how to open the windows. You open it with the little latch. Doors, you raise up the handle, and if you need to get out of the airplane, you raise up the handle and go to the rear of the airplane.
Okay.
Don't go towards the front. Seat belts, you got your seat belts on, locked, and if you need to release the seat belt, you raise the handle.
Okay.
One of the reasons why you tell people you raise the handle is there was an airplane crash, there was a helicopter crash in New York, and the pilot got out of the helicopter, but the passengers didn't because they didn't know how to unbuckle their seatbelts. So make sure you know people how to put them on and how to take them off. Okay, fire extinguisher. We've got a fire extinguisher down here. You look at it, it's in the green. If you need to use it, pull the pin, spray it at the base of the flames. Radios. Today we're going to be talking on the radio. If you need to ask a question, let's deal with the radio first, and then after that we will answer your question. And then lastly, look outside. Make sure you look outside. If you see something, say something. We're in this together. And then one more thing, air vents. So tell people where the air vents are if they need air to cool off or something like that. So that's the passenger brief.
Okay. Seat belts, adjust and lock, we got those. Fuel selectors on.
So that's the both. It doesn't say both, it says on, but it should be, that actually should say both.
Yeah, it should.
But it's both. It says on, but it should say both.
Okay, pitch trim set for takeoff, and pitch trim right here set for takeoff. Mixture, idle cutoff.
So I'm going back.
Throttle set 1/8 of an inch open. That's where you go back, and then you said push it in, just about right there.
Yep.
Electrical equipment off.
So make sure everything's off except for the beacon. You can turn so everything is off, but you turn the beacon on.
Beacon on, okay. Avionics master.
Make sure it's off.
Okay. Check avionics circuit breakers.
So it's all the circuit breakers, not just the avionics one.
This one's in and these are out.
These are all in. These are all in.
But still that one's way in?
Okay. Some of them are in further than the other ones.
Weird. Okay. Circuit breakers, lights as required.
So we got the beacon on.
Okay. Parking brake is off.
Nope, we want to set the parking brake. Go ahead and pull it and turn it down.
Master switch on. Okay. Mixture rich. So is it
all the way in?
All the way in is mixture rich.
And you got to push the button.
Rich. Okay, yep. Rich. All the way in. Throttle 1/8 of an inch open. Our throttle's right. Carburetor heat off.
Carb heat is right here.
And it's
make sure
off.
It's in. Yep.
Prime as required.
Okay, we don't need to prime it.
So this one's fuel injected, is that right?
Nope, we just don't need to prime it.
Okay.
It's warmer today.
Okay, ignition switch engage, throttle at 1,000.
Okay, so put your feet on the brakes to hold the brakes. And then put your right hand on the mixture. Left hand, or actually right hand on the throttle, sorry. And then left hand on the key. Turn the key to the right. So first, you got to yell clear off the window.
Okay, clear.
Yell it a little bit louder.
Clear.
So people can hear you. Look to the left. Look in front of you. Look to the right.
Okay, we're clear. Both. Start.
Okay, so I want to put this in just a little bit.
A little bit more throttle?
Yep. Put your hand right there. So now we're gonna give it some prime. So turn that to the little, you get the little notch right here. See that little notch right there?
Okay.
Pull it all the way out.
Okay.
And then push it in. One. Pull it out. Push it in.
So you're feeling more resistance on the second one? That means the fuel's going in. Huh? And then does it have to latch
Then
there?
latch it,
okay.
yeah.
Latch it to the right?
It's either right or left. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just as long as it doesn't come out when you... Yep. Okay.
Okay.
So now put your hand here on the throttle. All right. And then you can pull this back just a little bit because it's got...
Now we got... Yeah. Okay, let me go 8 back to 8.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, 1,000.
Alright, so after you started the engine, you want to make sure that the amp meters are at either 0 or above.
Okay.
You want to make sure that the temperature is coming up, the oil pressure is in the green.
We're in the green?
And you're going to check your tanks to make sure that they're full.
Yeah, they're full.
Okay. Then you come over here and you put the flaps up, and then you turn on the avionics master switch like you did.
Master's on.
Okay. Now, you turn on the avionics master switch. The first thing you should do is you should come over here. That should say okay. You push enter. Alright. Then you should look up here. It says LCDI half left. So make sure that's half left. Half up. Make sure that's half up. And then OBS says 015, which is 015. Then you turn it to another value, 180, and it should say 180.
Okay.
So now you push the enter button again. Okay, so now you want to make sure you put your frequencies in there. You've got ATIS down here. Okay, over here you want to put ground. This is on the number 2 radio. Put ground. Put let's see, 11800 in here. Using this button right here. The bottom button right here. 1800. So little knob, little numbers, big knob, big numbers.
Okay, 1800.
11800. Okay, so this is COM 2. We got ATIS in the first, and you got ground standby. Now up here, you want to have it again.
This aircraft was easier to taxi than the last one.
It's easier to taxi?
Yeah, I was struggling. It might have been the wind, I don't know. I was struggling on Monday.
Alright, start to slow us down a little bit by pulling the throttle back. Pull it back just a little bit to slow us down. We want to taxi at a brisk walk or a slow jog. Yep, this is perfect right here. Yep, that's perfect. I wonder why this is doing that. There we go. You want to stay on the yellow line, so you want to move to the right just a little bit. All right, so now we see we're going to have to turn in here, so start to slow down right about now. Start to slow down. You want to use your throttle first, and then if you need to use your brakes, use your brakes. So keep coming. Stay on the yellow line. Just come down here and turn right, and go right next to that airplane and turn to the left. So come, start your turn right about now. You go deep into the box right here.
A2 X-ray, taxi right, monitor ground.
Alright, so don't let the airplane come to a stop. Don't let it stop. So keep it rolling. Put in a little brake. Add some throttle. Add some throttle. Got to put in a little brake. Add a little bit of throttle. Add a little bit more, or else the airplane just stops. Alright, that's good. Just stop right here. Alright, so the first thing you do is you put the parking brake on. Alright, and go to your checklist.
Okay. Taxi, brakes check controlled. Light instruments check. Diagram reviewed.
Alright, so now we're doing the pre-forward takeoff check.
Brakes check. Fuel selectors at both. Takeoff.
So pitch trim is set for takeoff. Alright, talk a little bit louder so I can hear you.
Mixture as verified.
So, yeah, all the way in. Yep.
Pitot heat. Fired.
We don't need the pitot heat on, so that's off.
Okay. Circuit breakers. All good. Fuel quantity.
Alright, so check the engine instruments, make sure the fuel quantity is still the same.
Okay, our fuel's full for some reason. Plugged all the way in here.
Yeah, that's not you. That noise isn't you.
Clock set check.
Clock is over here, so basically, right there.
Nav set.
Okay, so communication and navigation, we got them set. We got tower, we got practice area on number 1, we got 118.0, which is ground, and then we got ATIS on number 2. And right now we can switch it over to tower, so push that button, or actually it's already set, 121.00. But we can push this button right here, COM 2, and so we're on tower frequency. This is COM 1, this is COM 2. Top one is COM 1, bottom one is COM 2. Alright.
How do we know that we're on tower right now, though?
Because number 1, it's at the 121.00 is at the top, and we're on COM 1.
Oh, this is COM 1.
Yeah.
So that light's on, it means we're on.
Yeah. The light okay. Indicates that we're on.
Calling Glendale ground, runway 1, taxi via Alpha, understand southbound departure, say again, call sign only.
Alright, so go ahead with the...
Number 873, Sierra Romeo, roger.
Wait, are we gonna wait?
No, you can go ahead and do your run up.
Okay.
Don't worry about the other people.
Hey, Sierra Romeo, that's runway 1, taxi via Alpha.
Alright, so alt ammeter check. So what we do is, alt ammeter check is, we look at this, we turn off alt. That should move to 0, and the low voltage light comes on. We turn that back on, it starts charging again, and that goes off.
Okay. Okay. Magnetos, left to right.
Okay, so you look right here, and you should have turned it up to 1700 RPM.
Okay.
So push the power to 1700 RPM.
I'm at 1700.
Okay. Leave it at 1700.
Yes, 1700. Check.
Yeah, you just want to turn the left side off.
Okay. There, it came back up.
Cause see, when you turn them both off, it turned that off.
Oh.
So now we got to reset this. All right, and the values are still there.
Okay. Magnetos, left, right, both.
Okay, so you turn it to 2 clicks to the left.
Right here.
Yep. 1, 2. You check to make sure this doesn't go down more than 100.
Okay.
What did it say? 125?
125 and then 50.
Okay, now turn it 2 clicks to the right. 1, 2. Now it's on both. Now turn it 1 click to the left to check the left mag. It didn't go down. It went down about the same amount.
Yep.
Turn it 1 click to the right, and they're both back to the same.
Okay. Engine instruments, check.
All right, you missed carb heat.
Carb heat.
So you want to pull this all the way back. While doing that, you look, and the RPMs go down.
Drop.
So leave that out. Leave that out. So now, what is the next thing?
Engine instruments.
All right,
check.
so we check the engine instruments to make sure they're in the green. We look over here, they're in the green,
In the
okay?
green. Suction gauge.
Suction gauge is right here. We make sure it's in the green.
Green. Throttle back to idle.
Turn it, yeah, put it all the way back to idle. And we're making sure the engine doesn't die. All the way back to idle. Okay. And then what does the checklist say?
Okay, carb heat off.
So carb heat back in.
Okay, 1,000 RPMs. Okay, lights as required.
Okay, so lights is required. We want to turn on our taxi light and our nav light. All right, so we're ready to go. So you give your pre-takeoff brief.
Radios, avionics, seatbelts, cabin doors, we can close our windows now, right?
Yep.
Brake release.
All right,
We're gonna
so
wait
while
for
we're
that,
here,
right?
while we're waiting, give your pre-takeoff brief.
Glendale Tower, Cessna 20425, holding short of runway 1 at Alpha 1, ready for departure.
All right, you know what that is?
That's him right there.
No, do you know what the
Cessna
pre-takeoff brief is?
20425, Glendale Tower. Right down departure approved, runway 1, clear for takeoff.
That's your takeoff call. So pre-takeoff brief is we're going to
Runway
do.
1 clear for takeoff, right
Basically,
now
we're
at
going to take off
departure.
on runway 1.
20425.
So we say what runway we're going to take off on. Take off on runway 1. We're going to do a normal takeoff, so we want our flaps set at 0.
Glendale Tower, Cirrus 873 Sierra Romeo is ready at runway 1 in sequence.
And our rotation speed is going to be
873 Sierra Romeo, Glendale Tower. Continue holding short, runway 1.
rotation speed
Hold
is
short
going
at
to be
runway 1, 3 Sierra Romeo.
rotation speed is going to be 55. All right. If we have an engine failure on the ground, we're going to keep it on the ground. If we have an engine failure after takeoff, but below 1,000 feet, we're going to land straight ahead, making no more than a 30-degree turn. If we have an engine failure after 1,000 feet, we're going to turn back towards the runway. Do you have any questions? All right, so that's our pre-takeoff brief. All right, so now you can pull the airplane up a little bit. Pull it here behind the Cirrus right here.
Okay.
You can pull it. Don't get too close to him.
Okay, parking brakes off.
All right. Just come move over here to the right just a little bit. Move us over to the right just a little bit. All right. Put on the brakes. All right. So now, we're ready to go. We can say lights.
Cirrus 8730 Romeo, follow
lights
the
on.
Cessna traffic on the go midfield southbound. Maintain visual separation. Runway 1 clear for takeoff.
Camera.
Takeoff runway 13 Sierra Romeo, and I will follow the Cessna.
Make sure our numbers are set here on the transponder, and this is on alt, and then action. So move up to the line, but don't cross the line. All right, start to slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. You don't want to go over the line. All right, so now give your radio call. Make sure first verify that the frequency is correct and you're on the right radio. All right.
Glendale Tower, 66018, holding short at runway 1, ready for departure.
Cessna 66018 Glendale Tower, follow the Cirrus on the go midfield southbound. Runway 1 clear for takeoff.
66018, runway 1, cleared for takeoff.
All right, so go ahead, go out. Make sure you stay on the yellow line, so go on out. All right, look to the right, make sure nobody's landing on top of us. Stay on the yellow line. Go all the way out into the runway. We've been given permission to take off, so that means go all the way out to the runway. All right, center it up, get us centered. Okay, come to a complete stop, come to a complete stop. All right, so now we're gonna hold the brakes, power to 2,000 RPM. Hold the brakes, power to 2,000 RPM. Okay, look at your engine instruments in the green. They are in the green, release the brakes. All right, right rudder, full power.
Cirrus 30 Romeo, will you be overtaking the Cessna to the east?
All right, look up here to make sure your airspeed's moving up.
In sight, and I will
40 knots,
just
power check,
maintain my, my separation from here.
and 55, rotate. So pull the yoke back, pull the yoke back, pull the yoke back.
425 for change approved.
Pull the yoke back. You gotta put in right rudder. Keep the wings level.
Cirrus 30 Romeo, roger, and maintain visual separation for your
Keep
change
the
approved.
wings
Have a good
level.
flight.
Good day, thank you. See you, Sierra Romeo.
Keep the wings level. Put your right hand on the throttle. Keep your wings level.
Glendale Tower, Sky 6024 Echo 3500 over PIR inbound.
Keep your nose on the horizon, right here. Nose on the horizon.
6024 Echo Glendale Tower, straight in runway 1, report crossing I-10.
Reporting I-10.
You gotta put in right rudder. Right rudder or else the airplane will turn to the left. Keep your wings level. Okay, see how your right wing dipped? Keep your wings level. Keep your wings level, right there. And you gotta put in right rudder to keep your airplane going straight. And keep your nose right on the horizon. All right, we're at 1,600 feet. Look to the right. Turn us to the right. That's enough bank right about there. And you're turning until you're perpendicular to the runway. So keep the bank right about here. All right, that's about perpendicular. Roll the wings level. Look back to the right. Make sure we're perpendicular to the runway.
We're perpendicular.
All right, now turn right again. Keep the bank right about here. Really hazy today. All right, now you're turning until you're perpendicular to the runway. All right. Keep the wings level.
Right here.
Cessna 6024 Echo, traffic at your 12 o'clock opposite direction. Altitude indicates 2,900. Cessna.
You're looking for that traffic, 2 for Echo.
For Echo, Roger. Station, make a slight left-hand turn to avoid traffic and descend.
Wow,
Sending
this is
left-hand
really
turn, 2
hazy
for Echo.
today. All right, we're 1,000 feet off the ground. We do our after takeoff check. And what's that?
After takeoff check,
For Echo, that traffic is now at your 1
After
o'clock
takeoff
mile.
check the airspeed. We'll want to be at 80.
80.
Check the engine instruments. Make
Still
sure
looking
they're in
at
the green.
middle time, 2 for Echo.
All right, turn off the
Roger,
landing
at
light.
2,400, showing them 2,900, should be no factor. Just
right.
passing off your right wing
And
now.
then dial the mixture back about 2 turns. All right, now pull out your checklist.
Be slightly above us, but no factor, 2 for Echo.
That's a 2-4 Echo, see you coming up on the I-10, runway 1, clear touch and go. On the go, remain in the right pattern and report midfield down each pass.
Right pattern, right midfield down report, runway 1, clear touch and go, 2 for Echo.
All right, now do your after check, your 1,000-foot check right there.
Mixture set. Lights as required.
2-4 Echo, the wind's just kicked up. We're showing 190 at 7. If you would like, you can transition to left downwind for runway 19, and we'll switch runways.
Go left downwind for 19er, 2 for Echo.
All right, so what does the checklist say?
Airspeed 80. Lights as required. We shut off.
All right, so just keep climbing out. All right, we got an airplane coming up on our right side.
Yeah, we'd like to request a short approach if able, 2 for Echo.
4 Echo will be on request. That's a 66018, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, 66018.
Where's the aircraft factor go?
Let's see. He's off to the right. He's down here somewhere.
Below us?
He's 900 feet below us, yep.
Okay.
I'm looking for him. All right, he's probably right out here somewhere. All right, we got 500 feet to go. Oh, there he is right there. See him?
Got him, yep.
All right, so make sure you call out 1,000 feet to go, 500 feet to go,
500 feet to go.
200 feet to go, 100, and level off.
300 feet to go.
And there's another airplane over here that's 100 feet above us. I don't see him. Right out here.
You're seeing that on the GPS
Yeah,
factor?
yeah. 200 feet to
200
go.
feet to go.
Yep, I have to look, I look outside and I'm looking at this and I'm looking at, you know, looking at what you're doing. All right, we're 50 feet from where we need to level off, so push the nose forward. Push the nose forward, establish a level flight attitude. All right, let the aircraft accelerate, don't let it climb. Look at the nose, it's going up, so push the nose down, push the nose down. Come on, push the nose down.
Left midfield downwind for 19er, 2 for Echo.
All right, now aircraft is accelerating.
It's a
Full
2-4 Echo,
throttle,
short approach approved,
back to
runway 19, clear touch and
2300.
go. On the go, remain in the left pattern and report midfield down each pass.
All right, right
Pattern,
there.
clear short approach,
All right,
runway
now
19er.
set the
clear touch and
airplane
go,
for level
reporting left field, 2 for
and
Echo.
trim the airplane. First, let go of the airplane, see what it's going to do. Okay, the nose is going to want to come up just a little bit. So put in a little bit of down trim. No, that's up trim. Right about there.
All right, there. Feels good.
Yep. All right, so let's look at your altitude. Your altitude is at, it's 120 feet above where it's supposed to be. So basically, make a correction, push the nose down to get back to where we want to be. So you want to come down so that it's right there. then we raise the lows to level, and we put in trim to hold the airplane down. So put in a little down trim. Put in a little down trim. All right, there you go.
There, feels good.
Keep the wings level.
Glendale Tower, Airport 1, radio check, please.
Airport 1, Glendale Tower, loud and clear.
Thank you.
All right, just keep headed straight.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to switch the frequency to the Rainbow Valley practice area frequency, 128.925. All right, now if you look outside, you got about this much horizon. From the nose to the horizon is about this far.
Yes, sir.
Keep it the same, and you'll keep your altitude the same. Good afternoon, Rainbow Valley traffic. Cessna 66018 is in the gap. We're level 3,500, headed to the green fields for private pilot maneuvers. Rainbow Valley practice area.
Rainbow Valley practice area, Cirrus 839er Echo Foxtrot is south of the southwest of the North Cattle Sheds, 4,500, heading towards the green fields, Rainbow.
There's a Cirrus out here too, huh?
Yep.
Rainbow Valley practice area, Skyhawk 347 Mike Echo is about 5 miles to the west of the green fields, maneuvering 4,500.
Out here somewhere, huh?
West, yep.
On the GPS.
All right, we want to climb up to 4,500 feet, so you want to pull the throttle, push the throttle full, push the throttle full, all the way in.
And Rainbow Valley practice area, Cirrus 839er Echo Foxtrot, south
Raise
of
the
Cattle
nose
Sheds,
to
5,500,
the horizon, and just climb up. Keep the nose on the horizon. Pull the nose back so that it's on the horizon.
Rainbow Valley practice area,
To me,
Cessna 20425,
this is the
about
horizon,
2 miles
whatever
south
that
of
looks
the
like
Twin
to you.
Lakes. We're descending to 2,000 to do some ground rest maneuvers
Put your
westbound.
right hand on the
Rainbow.
throttle. Whenever you climb, you got to hold the throttle in. You don't want it slipping back on you. You should be able to fly this airplane with one hand.
Rainbow Valley, license 488 Golf X-ray, 4 miles south of the gap, 2,100, climbing to 2,500, headed for the gap for Glendale, Rainbow.
Rainbow Valley traffic, Cessna 66018, transitioning from the gap to the green fields, climbing 4,000 to 4,500. Rainbow Valley traffic. All right, look at your airspeed.
100 feet
It's at
to go.
70. You want to keep your airspeed when you're climbing a cruise climb. You want to keep it at 80.
There's 80, 50 feet. $4,500.
All right, now if you put your nose back to where it was, let the airplane accelerate, and then pull the power back to 2300. If you haven't touched the trim, your trim should still be set. All right, 66018, turn left to a heading of 180. All right, so now you have to roll out about, let's say your bank is 20 degrees, you want to roll out about 20 degrees from where you want to be. See how you're off by about 15 degrees? All right, so turn right to a heading of 270.
Rainbow Valley, like 488 Golf X-ray through the gap, 2,500 headed
All right,
for
now,
PIR for Glendale.
Look at your bank. So your bank was a little bit too high. You want regular turns to be no more than 30 degrees of bank. So there's 270. Now turn left to a heading of 180. Look at your altitude. You want to keep your scan going so that you stay where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be at 4,500 feet. All right. Now I want you to do a 360-degree turn to the left, all the way back around. So pick a point out here. Before you start to turn, pick a point and say I'm at 4,500 feet.
I'm at 4,500.
All right, and go on 180.
Zero.
All right, so now give me a 30-degree bank turn. 30-degree bank turn, that's 10, that's 20, that's 30 degrees. Now you got to put in a little back pressure so you don't descend.
Rainbow Valley Practice Area Cessna 20425, about 3 miles to the northwest of the North Cattle Sheds.
Keep us right on 30 degrees. Look outside. See how the horizon cuts right over the top of the cowling? You want to stay right there. .30-degree bank. Now another way you know you're at a 30-degree bank, look at the strut out the window. If that strut is parallel to the ground, then you're at a 30-degree bank. So turn this right here. That's 30 degrees. Look at the strut. See how that's parallel to the ground? That's how you know you're at 30-degree bank. All right, now let's have a right turn, all the way 360-degree turn, right turn. Same thing on the right side. If your strut is parallel to the ground, then you're in a 30-degree turn. Now look at you gotta keep your scan up, you gotta keep your nose up, or else you'll start to descend. You got to put in a little bit of back pressure so that you don't start to descend.
Rainbow Valley Practice Area Cirrus 839 Echo Foxtrot 5,500. Just southeast of the green fields will be unusual attitudes. Rainbow.
East close to us, isn't he?
Not really.
At where we're at, the green fields right now?
Yeah, we're over the green fields right now. Hey, notice that you're starting to descend. When you don't put in enough back pressure, you will descend. All right.
180.
Yep. And don't descend. Pick your nose up. Look at you, you're going down. Pull your nose up. Rainbow Valley traffic, 6608 over the green fields, doing slow flight. Rainbow Valley traffic. All right, so we're going to do slow flight. So, first you're going to establish that you're at 4,500. Is the airplane trimmed?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to count those 2 turns that we just did as clearing turns. So, for now, we're going to pull the power back to 1,500. Pull the power back to 1,500, hold the altitude, immediately go to 10 degrees of flaps. Immediately to 10 degrees of flaps. Okay, look at the airspeed. Don't let the nose come up. Airspeed is up 80, put 20 degrees of flaps. All right, through 70, put another 10 degrees of flaps. All the way down. All right, close in 60, add power to about 1,700, and keep the airspeed at 55. Keep the airspeed at 55. So raise the nose, it's at 60. Airspeed's at 60, so raise the nose so it's at 55.
Okay, but I'm trying to, at the same time, trying to maintain.
What's that?
Trying to maintain 4,500 as well.
Right, exactly. So, you look at your airspeed, it's at 50 now. So lower the nose a little bit.
5.
Right there. Keep the nose right about there.
Rainbow Valley practice area, Cessna 20425, just north of the North Cattle Fields at about 1800. Doing some S
Alright,
turns,
so turn left to a heading of 090, only do 10 degrees of bank. Whenever you're doing slow flight, it's only 10 degrees of bank. Doing pretty good, you're at 55 knots. Lower the nose just a little bit. Right there, see how that stays at 50 when you lower the nose a little bit? Go ahead and turn to 090. Keep turning. Keep turning to 090. Alright, your speed is at 60 knots, so you want to raise the nose.
090.
Stay at 60 or 55 knots.
Okay, there's 55 knots. 090.
Alright, now when you're in slow flight, you can actually trim the airplane. So I had the controls for a minute.
Okay, you have the controls.
Alright, so you're at slow flight right here. Alright, so we're going to put it on 55 knots. If you put in some trim, look, my hands are right here.
Oh, nice, nice.
Okay, but you got to put in right rudder or else you'll start to turn. Alright, you have the controls.
I have the controls.
Alright, make sure you put in right rudder. Keep focused on outside. Alright, now turn right to a heading of 270. Now you're descending, so add power. You gotta add power to stop you from, now you gotta put the nose down. Because you're at 50 knots. Put your nose down, just a little bit. Power controls your altitude, pitch controls your airspeed. So raise the nose up just a little bit, you're above 55. You're going down, if you look right here, so add some power. But you do have to make an adjustment to your pitch. So add power so you don't descend anymore. Alright, you went past 270. Push the nose down, you're at 50 knots. Alright, there you go.
Okay, there's
270. Let's get us on 270. this on 270 at 55 knots.
knots.
Window Valley Bonanza 8 Photo Tango is about 2.5 miles east of Gila Bend, climbing to 5,500 feet, proceeding towards the Bravo training area, Gila Bend traffic.
Alright, so you've lost 250 feet. So add power. It was at 55 knots. It was at 55 knots. And get that altitude back. So put your nose down, push your nose forward. Alright, now add power. If you add power, you gotta lower the nose a little bit. Push the nose forward. See how that's going back?
Got it.
You want to be at 55 knots. Push the nose forward. And you're about 15 degrees off of your heading. Here we go at 270. Now you push your nose down too far because you're going too fast.
0.
Alright, you're getting your altitude back.
55 knots, getting altitude back 270. 5 knots still. Really good right there.
Alright, now when we get to 4,500, take out some power because you don't want to keep climbing. Alright, turn left to a heading of 090. 55 knots, 10 degrees of bank. Come on, 10 degrees of bank. 10, only when you're turning in slow flight, 10 degrees of bank. Turn into 090. Alright, now recover from slow flight. Full power, put the nose down, full power, put the nose down, put the nose down. Immediately from 30 to 20 degrees of flaps. Hold our altitude, don't let it... Nope, you gotta put your nose down or else you're gonna climb. Put your nose down, you're climbing. Alright, you're through 55, go from 20 degrees to 10 degrees of flaps.
10 degrees of flap.
Now you're through 70, put in flaps from 10 to 0. Don't let us descend.
Okay, we're at 80.
You actually climbed a little bit. So we want to be at 4,500 feet, don't go up.
I noticed as soon as I flipped that flap, man, it automatically...
We want to get back to 4,500 feet.
I adjust my trim because it feels like it doesn't
Well,
want to go.
what you do is you set the airplane. So pull the throttle back to about
Rainbow Valley Practice Area
1800
20425, about 6 miles to the southeast of Buckeye.
Put
We
the
will
nose
be
down,
entering
put
into
the nose
traffic
down.
patterns there. We're at 2500. Last call.
push the nose down. Alright, so we push the nose down. We're going to descend.
Airspeed's big enough.
So we're focused on getting our altitude back to where it's supposed to be. Alright, so we're
Valley Practice Area Sirius
Look
839
outside.
Echo Foxtrot.
Get it back to level.
Greenfield,
Not looking outside.
5,500. We're going to descend down 2,500 to make our way back to the gap. Looking, got the traffic below.
Alright. He's 9 Echo Foxtrot. I have you on the fish finder, so I see you're out there.
We should be plenty north of you by the time we get to your altitude.
Yep, I see it. Thank you. All right.
Where's he at? I don't.
He's right there.
Oh, there he is.
All right, so now what I want you to do is I want you to turn left to a heading of 360. All right, I'm going to demonstrate a power off stall.
Okay.
Okay, I have the controls.
You have the control.
I have the controls. Okay, so we're at 4,500. Airplane is trimmed. I take my hands off. It stays where we want it to be. So power off stall is a stall that you would get in a landing configuration. So we're not teaching you how to stall. We're teaching you how to recover from the stall. So I'm going to pull the power back to 1500. Put in 10 degrees of flaps. Through 80, go to 20 degrees of flaps, and I'm holding our altitude. Through 70, 30 degrees of flaps. Okay, when we get to 60, I'm going to put us in a nose down configuration. We're going to go 500 feet per minute, 60 knots. All right, then I'm going to pull the power all the way back off, and I'm slowly going to raise the nose. It's going to raise the nose. Raise the nose. Raise the nose. There's a stall horn. There's a stall. Full power. Lower the nose. Raise the nose back to level. Okay, flapped immediately from 30 to 20. Up to 10. And then back to 0. So that is a power off stall.
Okay.
All right, so you want to try it?
Sure.
All right, you have the controls?
I have the control.
All right, let's get us to 360. All right, get us level. There's 360, 4,500. All right, so we're level. Is the airplane trimmed? Yep, it's close to being trimmed. All right, so now power back to 1500. Just immediately back to 1500. 10 degrees of flaps. Put the flaps in, 10 degrees. All right, hold the nose up. We don't want it to descend. All right, through 80, flaps to 20.
Let me get back to
No,
1500.
no, yeah, right there. All right, so flaps to 20. Now you're through 70. Flaps to 30.
30.
Now we're going to 60. Lower, hold the nose up. All right, lower the nose. So we're at 500 feet per minute. All right. Now,
Okay, we're at
put your right hand on the throttle.
60.
Okay. You want to be at 60 knots, about 500 feet per minute. All right, so now pull the power all the way back and just start to raise the nose. Start to raise the nose. Raise the nose. Come on, pull the nose back. Raise the nose. Pull it back. Come on, pull it back. Pull it back. Pull it back.
Rainbow Valley Practice Area, Cirrus
Pull the
839,
nose
Echo
up.
Foxtrot
Keep
is
pulling it back.
just south of the gap,
Come on.
3,400 descending, going
Keep
back
pulling
into
it back.
your last call, Rainbow.
Keep pulling it back. Pull it all the way back.
All the way back.
No, it's not. There you go. Keep pulling it all the way back. All the way back. All the way back. Come on. Pull it all the way back. Okay, there's a stall. Lower the nose. Full power. Flaps immediately 30 to 20. Now you're good. Raise the nose. All right, put the nose back on about level.
Flaps to 10.
Yep.
Flaps to 10.
10 going through 65.
65.
And then through 70, they go all the way up. They're 70 all the way up.
Okay, flaps up.
Yep, there you go. So it happens real quick. You okay?
Yeah.
All right, so it happens
That was
real
great.
quick.
That was great.
All right, just so you know, so do a 360-degree turn to the left. It happens real quick. The stall happens real quick. And you You remember, so you heard me keep saying you can pull the nose back, pull it back?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
That was the first time I ever pulled that hard on it. That was great.
All right, so we're gonna turn around turn to about a heading of, keep turning to the left to a heading of 020. Turn to the left to 020. And I want you to pull the throttle back to about 1800. Keep going to 020. We're gonna descend. Rainbow Valley traffic, Cessna 66018, over the green fields, headed back to the gap, descending out of 4,300 for 2,500. Rainbow Valley traffic. Keep turning to 020. Go to 360. All right, so level us out. All right, so what I want you to do is pull the throttle back to 1500. Let the nose drop about an inch, right about there. Right there, 1500. All right, now, what I want you to do, hold the nose right there. Hold the nose right there. I want you to go straight. Go straight. Look outside and go straight. All right, I want you to put in 10 degrees of flaps. I want you to stay at about 90 knots. You gotta stay at 90 knots, so you gotta push the nose down. Push your nose down to stay at 90 knots. Push your nose down. You're at 90 knots. Okay, now I want you to keep going down. I want you to put in, raise the nose up just a little so you're in the white arc. Put it on 85, right there, okay. Now put in 20 degrees of flaps. Hold 85. You got to push the nose down. Hold 85. Hold 85. Push the nose down. Push the nose down. Holding 85. Hold 85. Right there.
85.
85. Okay, now put the nose, put the flaps on 30 degrees and hold 80. Hold 80. Push your nose down. You gotta hold it. Push your nose down to hold 80. So what's happening right now? Want to hold 80? You want to raise the nose up just a little bit?
Okay,
Hold
there
80.
we're at 80.
Yep. What's happening
We're dropping altitude.
All right, but what's happening as you're putting in flaps?
Slowing down.
Right. So we're holding 80. So you got to raise the nose up just a little bit so that we're on 80. Now you're at 70. Raise the nose up a little bit. Raise the nose, or lower the nose to go to 80.
Yeah, you were saying raise.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, so now, when we get to about 2,600, I want you to add power to full. All right, full power, come on. Full power. Now what does the nose want to do?
It wants to pull up.
All right, so take out 10 degrees of flaps. Take out another 10 degrees of flaps. All right, keep us at 2,500, 80 knots. Take out the last 10 degrees of flaps. All right. So that shows that as you put in flaps, drag increases.
I noticed as soon as you pulled
All right,
the flaps
keep us
off,
at
man, we were able to pick
keep
up.
us at 2,500. All right, so now I'm gonna give a radio call. Rainbow Valley traffic, Cessna 66018, in the gap. We're level 2,500. Last call, Rainbow Valley traffic. All right, so now we're gonna get ATIS. So push COM 2. That's COM 1. Push COM 2. Now push this so that we got ATIS. So push this button right here. Oh, it's right there.
Expect visual approach. Runway 19.
All right, so now write down the ATIS.
Advisories. Luke Special Air Traffic Rule is active. Hazardous weather information. Fare zone is available on flight service frequencies. Advise on initial contact. You have information uniform.
You got to write down the ATIS.
Glendale Tower. Information uniform. Time.
Got to write it down.
17 Zulu. Wind 190 at 7. temperature 20, dew point 01, altimeter 3004. Expect visual approach, runway 19 is in use. Advisories, Luke Special Air Traffic Rule is active. Hazardous weather information, fare zone is available on flight service frequencies. Advise on initial contact, you have information uniform.
Turn right towards PIR.
Glendale Tower, information uniform, time 2117 Zulu. Wind 190 at 7, temperature 20, dew point 01, altimeter 3004. Expect visual approach, runway 19
Want to stay at
is in
2,500
use.
feet. All right, let me know when you have
Special
ATIS.
Air traffic rule is active. Hazardous weather information, fare zone is available on flight service
Okay.
frequencies.
What runway are we
Advise
landing
initial
on?
contact, you have information
Runway
uniform.
1.
I don't think
Glendale
so.
Tower, information Victor, time 2150 Zulu. Wind 220 at 6, temperature 21, dew point -1, altimeter 3004. Expect visual approach, runway 19 is in use.
19.
Advisories,
All right.
Luke Special Air Traffic Rule is active.
Okay, so now push COM 1.
Information, fare zone is available on flight service frequencies. Advise on initial
Push the
contact.
bottom one.
All right.
And then we're going to switch it to 121.0. Nope, just push that button. All right, so now say Glendale Tower, Cessna 66018, over PIR with Victor, inbound full stop.
Glendale Tower 66018. Over PIR with Victor. Coming in for final stop.
Light Sport 88 Golf X-ray, taxi and ramp, monitor ground.
Light Sport 88
Go straight.
Golf X-ray, taxi and ramp, monitor ground, thank you.
Cessna 66018 Glendale Tower. Left traffic runway 19er, report crossing I-10 inbound.
All right, say it.
Left traffic, 19er inbound.
Glendale Tower, Sky 9379 Foxtrot, midfield downwind.
Cessna 79 Foxtrot, continue downwind, I'll call your base turn for departure.
All right, so move over
Downwind,
here.
you'll call base.
Turn
79
over
Foxtrot.
here to the, over by those white buildings. So you want to go along that road. You want to head to that road. All right, so we're going to have to, two things. We're going to have to practice writing down ATIS, and then you're going to have to practice your radio calls, because that was not exactly what you're supposed to say. That's all right. We're doing, you know.
Cessna 6024 Echo, right turn Alpha 6, taxi and ramp, monitor ground.
Taxi and ramp, monitor ground, 6 Alpha, 2 far.
I'm understanding ATIS.
Okay, so one of the
Centurion 68 Bravo Mike, southbound departures approved, runway 19er clear for takeoff.
One of the things that you can do to help understand,
Cessna 90379 Foxtrot, runway 19 clear touch and go.
Runway 19 clear, touch and go, 9379 Foxtrot.
one of the things you can do to understand is listen more. If you listen more,
And
you'll
tower, good afternoon.
understand
968 Bravo
more.
will be number 1, waiting at Alpha 9 at 19er.
Cessna 90688 Bravo Glendale Tower, continue holding short, runway 19er, landing traffic.
Holding short landing traffic at 19er, 80 Bravo.
Let me ask you a question. How much have you listened to ATIS since the last time we met?
Not a whole lot, to be honest.
Okay. All right, we want to stay at 2,500 feet right now. That's power at about 2,300 RPM. We want to go straight down this road right here. Straight down the road. This road right here in front of us. We want to go straight down the road. This is at a 45-degree angle to the runway.
25 Romeo Alpha, they're going to call me back with it. They put in your call sign again wrong. They're fixing it now, then they're going to call me back.
When they said
It happens to the best of us.
runway 19, that's where we're going to come in from.
We're going to land.
North.
We're going to land going this
Okay,
way. Yeah.
all right. So why is that?
Because the wind changed. Glendale Tower 66018 over the I-10.
6618, report midfield downwind.
Midfield downwind 66018. Pull the power back to 1500 and then lower the nose to descend down to 2100. 1500, pull the power back to 1500.
Terran 68 Bravo Mike, traffic 3 miles southeast of the airport at 2,700. Cessna inbound for left downwind. Figure change is approved.
Hey, Bob, Mike, Tally Ho. We'll maintain this heading, no factor. See ya.
He's below us 400 feet over here to the left. Should be right out here. I don't see him yet. He's over here somewhere. Should be right now. There he is over there.
Yeah, I see him.
2100. We're going down to 2100. Should be following this road right here. Following this road, going straight. All right, so we're 100 feet to go. 50 feet to go. Add power to 2100 RPM. Level off at 2100. So raise the nose. We don't want to go below 2100. Power to 2100 RPM. Right there.
Cessna 88 Bravo, traffic on
Turn
the midfield,
right
Cessna
to
in the
fly
left pattern.
over that
Make your left
middle
turn out
building right here.
northeastbound outside that traffic. Or runway 19 or clear for
Turn
takeoff.
right here.
19 clear takeoff. We'll make our left turn outside of that traffic and
Right,
for takeoff
and then
19.
just go straight. All right, so looking at the runway, we want to be parallel to the runway.
Cessna 79 Foxtrot, roger.
Parallel to the runway.
All right, we're looking, he told us to give him a call midfield downwind, so that's about where the tower is. So we want to keep going straight. We want to be at 2100 feet.
Cessna 66018, runway 19, clear to land.
66018, clear to land, runway 19. All right, so he gave us clearance to land. We have our clearance to land. We're looking outside. We see those big white blocks on the runway?
Yes.
Okay, we want to put in 10 degrees of flaps. All right, we want to stay at 2100 feet. 2100 feet. Want to go parallel to the runway, so you're turned in to the left a little bit. Want to turn to the right just a little bit. All right, now we're at the end of the runway. Do our pre-landing check. What's our pre-landing checklist? Pre-landing checklist. Says before landing.
Okay,
Don't
descent,
let go of the yoke.
descent approach
Right here. Before landing.
for landing. Belt, seats, upright, secured.
Seat belts are on.
Electric
Seats
to
are
both. Set both.
Okay, so both.
Flaps.
They're set at 10.
Mixture
All the way in.
all the way. Lights as required.
Turn on the landing light.
Landing.
All right, now look back. We're at a 45-degree angle. All right, so pull the power back to 1500 RPM. Put in 20 degrees of flaps. Push the nose down. 20, 15. Push the nose down and turn left. We want to be at 70 knots.
Okay, we're at 70 knots.
All right, we want to be at 70 knots, 500 feet per minute.
Gulfstream 25 Romeo Alpha, standby.
All right, 70 knots, 500 feet per minute. We're level of wings. Wow, it's nice and hazy today. All right, 70 knots. We're coming down. We're looking at the runway because we want to turn and we want to line up on the runway.
379 Foxtrot, midfield downwind.
Want to keep us going straight.
Roger.
All right. We want to turn left right now. Turn left. About 30 degrees of bank. Put in 20 degrees or 30 degrees of flaps. Oh, we went a little bit. We went a little bit too far.
79 Foxtrot,
All right,
midfield
so
downwind.
take out some of the
Cessna
power.
79 Foxtrot, number 2, following Cessna, mile final,
We're
touch and
high.
go. Oh, correction, full
We
stop,
know we're
runway
high
19, clear, touch and go.
because you got the white lights there. Two white lights.
Clear touch
Turn
and go into
right
that traffic,
to
79
go
Foxtrot.
straight.
Cessna 88 Bravo, for exchange approved.
Have a good day.
Pull out some of the power. We want to be at 60 knots. So we want to raise our nose just a little bit. So we're between 60 and 65.
We're 60 knots.
Right, there we go. We want to be right. All right, now we're starting to sink a little bit, so add some power. Add some power. Want to stay at, not too much, just a little bit. Little correction. Add a little bit more. Right there, right there. That's good, right there. So we're coming down. We need to move to the right a little bit because we're not lined up. All right, take out. Okay, we got the runway main, so take out some power. Take out the power. Take out the power. Take out the power. Take out the power. Take out. All right, let's stay in the center of the runway. All right. Now, right here, pull the power all the way off and start to raise the nose. All the way off, raise, coming down. Raise the nose, raise the nose, raise the nose. All right, and then barely get on the brakes. Barely get on the brakes. All right, we're gonna follow the yellow line. Get off. I'll put in a little right.
So 6618, taxi ramp, monitor ground.
Taxi to ramp, underground, 66018. You have a good day. All right, we're gonna go across the line. Keep us going straight. Don't turn this. This doesn't do anything. All right, come to a complete stop. Now do your after landing checklist.
Okay, after landing, transponder standby.
All right, transponder.
Flaps up.
Turn it. Put the transponder on standby. That's on alt. Okay.
Flaps up.
Okay.
Light says verified.
Put on the taxi light.
lights.
Turn off the landing light. All right, now taxi us back to the ramp. Look to the right. Make sure nobody's coming. Stay on the yellow line. Right. Turn right.
Right in here.
Yep. Gotta stay on the yellow line. Right, keep going. Stay on the yellow line. You're gonna get sick of hearing me say that, but that's what you gotta do. Right? Follow the yellow line to the right. Right, go down to the parking space. Now, see how the airplane wants to go to the left? You want to keep it going. Move over to the right. You don't want to start buying airplanes.
25 Romeo Alpha, runway 19, taxi V Alpha, verify you have information, Victor.
Keep going till we're to the wing on this one's kind of close to the wing on that one. Keep going. Keep going. Right about there. Okay, come to a complete stop. And go through your shutdown checklist.
Okay, shutdown throttle at 1200. Avionics master off. Off.
Mixture is idle, trim, reset, takeoff.
Trim.
Takeoff. Electric equipment lights off. So all of our
everything off except for the beacon.
nav light and
Yep.
beacon light.
No, don't turn off the beacon. Everything except for the beacon.
Ignition switch off.
Hold on, wait. That's something. It's
Electrical
mixture, idle cut off.
Idle cut off.
So pull that all the way back. Nope. Okay. Gotta push the button. Trim,
Ignition,
reset for
okay,
takeoff.
trim.
Trim is down here. Okay.
Electrical equipment lights off.
So now turn off all the lights.
Ignition switch off.
Key out.
Key out.
Put it up here. Or there. Doesn't matter.
Parking brake we're going to leave off. Master switch off. Parking brake we're going to leave off. Controls secured.
We'll do that when we Push the airplane back.
Fuel selector set to right tank. All right.
All right. There we go.
Oh yeah, I felt a lot more comfortable today. I think it's just gonna get maybe more comfortable as I go, but
yeah.
man, I just felt better today for some reason. Maybe you didn't think I did better, but I did.
Oh, you did better, yeah. You did good.
Oh my gosh, that's so freaking awesome. Gosh, it's like as soon as I'm done, I like want to fly the next day even. Gosh.
Yep, you did
It
good.
just makes me want to, the more that I do it, it makes me want to do it more, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Gosh, such a great feeling.
Yep, you did good.
And I can tell with just you know, I know every day's not gonna be smooth, but it just makes it easier for me when it was not so windy today.